is really going to help him.
Fakes to Denard Robinson. Bortles, middle of the field, right on target is Allen Robinson. It's at the 40 of Carolina. Panthers, he said, a rich guy. Pass is caught by Allen Hurns, who will fight. Ball comes out on the end of the play, that extra effort. And the officials will sort it out. Of course, the NFL says, yeah, the official says yes. Looks to throw. And it's intercepted. Paul Posluszny has it. It's a takeaway for Jacksonville. Cam Newton to throw. Fires in the end zone. Touchdown, Jericho Cotchery. The Panthers get 6. Time in the pocket underneath Yeldon, and that's going to chew up the clock. And again, Kuechly was there. It's Luke Kuechly. And now back on the ground. Bortles for the end zone and on target. It's a Allen Hurns touchdown. Yes. No.
Inside the pylon.
Jacksonville receiver had control of the ball and 2 feet down. It is a completed catch. It'll be Jacksonville's ball, first and goal on the half-yard line on the right half.
Blake Bortles, end zone catch made, touchdown Rashad Green for the Jags. Greg Olsen has 1 catch in the game. Cam Newton has used a number of receivers, and he's on target to Ted Ginn, who can fly, and gets all the way down to the 42 of Jacksonville, Devon House. They've only allowed 1 today on Bortles, who fires, and it's intercepted. Josh Norman has a Panther pick 6. Touchdown, Carolina. Luke Kuechly, who was hurt during this game, and Benjamin gone from the start. Pass is intercepted by Thomas Davis.
3rd and 10. Mallett throwing this side and has his man across the 35 and out of bounds at about the 38 or 39 yard line. DeAndre Hopkins. Newton going for it all. End zone wide open. Touchdown. Ted Ginn Jr. Newton with time. Over the middle. Tipped. Intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Raheem Moore. Moore back to the 15. Lost the football. Covered by the Texans.
Got some one-on-ones on the outside.
Mallett. End zone. Pulled in. Did he come down? It is ruled a touchdown to Garrett Graham.
You have to finish the catch. There's 1 foot down, 2 foot down.
Stewart in the backfield. Newton on the quarterback draw, diving into the end zone for the touchdown.
See, he plants his foot, he goes airborne.
And Raheem Moore, not a prayer to stop it. Mallett over the middle and a bullet in and out of the arms. Is that a completion? If it's a completion, it's a fumble. Josh Norman covering. Mallett throwing over the middle, intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Klein. And Klein returns it close to the 35-yard line. Come back, 9:02 to play in the 4th quarter. Cam Newton, play fake. With time, going for it all. To the end zone. Touchdown. Mallett lofts it up, has a man open, and he hits him. 30, inside the 25 is Nate Washington. Mallett pulls it down, gonna run for it, gonna get there for the touchdown.
And now to Charlotte. Panthers welcoming the Drew Brees-less Saints there into Bank of America Stadium. Drew Brees so focused, so into the game, he's even clapping as they break the huddle, right? On the sidelines. Here's Luke McCown. Not so bad in this day. Hadn't started a game since 2011. Comes in, making some plays, finds Willie Snead for the first down.
He looked comfortable back
Did he?
there for not having played much. It's been a long time.
First and goal here, up 3-0, and hands it off to Mark Ingram. Ingram into the end zone. And so the Saints are on the board, up 10-0. Here comes Cam Newton, though, with Luke Kuechly out. 2nd and 10. No Kelvin Benjamin, rather. He does have Greg Olsen.
Big day for Greg Olsen. He went for over 100 yards today, pass catching. Don't you know, as a defense, that's where the football has to go?
Where else does it go?
That is it. Ted Ginn Jr., baby!
Olsen, 27 yards on the one-handed grab. Later in the drive, 2nd and goal, Newton, Olsen again. Panthers on the board as Olsen gets into the end zone, and they're down 3. Newton hands the ball to a very appreciative young fan of the Carolina Panthers. Really excited about it. Good for him. Attaboy Cam. And now down 10-7.
What'd I tell you? Look at
2
the
minutes
pockets.
to play in the half. And who's covering Greg Olsen?
Nobody's covering Greg Olsen, and nobody's pressuring Cam Newton. They got 3 quarterback hits, 1 sack today against the front for Carolina that's very average.
52-yard gain led to a Graham Gano field goal. We're tied at the half. Third quarter, Panthers punting here on a 4th and 21. Marcus Murphy got the punt. He's got some room.
Great job avoiding the clip right when he caught that ball.
Hands in the air.
That was very, very smart.
And Murphy weaving his way. He goes 74 to the house. And the Saints special teams giving them a lead. Luke McCown, who's also the holder, right? Still having to hold, even though he's a starting quarterback, fumbles the snap on the extra point and can't really do anything with it. Kind of hard to have the fire drill when the extra points from the 15-yard line, right?
The guys running the screen there had the point already up on the screen. I pulled that one back. Reel that one back in. Hey, what's his name? What's his name, Rhett?
Okay, it's Ted Ginn Jr.
What, for how many yards?
I'll give it to him for 55 down to the Saints 25. Ted Ginn.
You know he's running deep. You know he's not working back to the quarterback.
3 plays later,
Who was that?
To Greg Olsen. Olsen,
player.
2nd touchdown of the day, gives the Panthers a 17-16 lead. They did convert the extra point. Olsen, 134, 2 touchdowns. Next Saints possession, McCown to Ben Watson, but he's hit by Thomas Davis. The ball comes out. It's recovered by Roman Harper, the former Saint. Just before the lead comes down, the ball comes out. First turnover of the game for the Saints. Panthers take over at their own 42. So here comes Cam Newton. Ton of time here. Can't find an open receiver.
Look at all that time.
Where's Cam Jordan for the Saints? Like, where's the pass rush? Where's Rob Ryan? What's going on with that defense?
This defense looks like it did a couple years ago. It is rough to watch. No heat up front.
That drive ended in a Graham Gano field goal. Panthers on top 2016. 4th quarter. Saints score. 3rd and 2. Newton rolling left.
And it led to this play. You know why? Because there was so much confidence in his scrambling ability in this game. When he needed it, they called it.
I don't know. He had 315 yards through the air. Cam Newton. 2 touchdowns through the air, both to Greg Olsen. And that rushing TD.
Wow.
33 on the ground. Fans getting the ball all over the place from Cam Newton. So here's Luke McCown, 3rd and 6.
That is
for the
sweet.
comeback. What a play.
Could be the catch of the week.
Josh Norman. Are we going to see that again? Let's see that again, right?
And LeVar, I'm telling you, this is not going to be a Pro Bowl corner. This has got a chance to be an all-pro corner this year. Josh Norman is playing.
That's a Brent Grimes-like pick from a year ago.
It is. When you pull your shirt up and you look underneath his shirt, you see all mammal. That was an all mammal play right there.
I thought you were going to say Superman, but that's Superman.
But
right
that's
there.
Superman right here.
Cam Newton and the Panthers victorious to move to 3-0, 27-22 over the Saints, who now fall to 0-3. Luke McCown, though, not bad, right? 31-38, 3-1-10, and the pick. But the Saints didn't get much going on the ground. Big day if you had the Falcons running back for the 2nd straight week fantasy.
Well, of course, Cam was going to talk to the referee in charge, make sure that he understood I'm old enough.
Yep.
I'm old enough to get calls, my way.
Still Cam and the Panthers up 3-0 early with Jameis Winston. Going to make it 10-0 thanks to Josh Norman.
Yeah, Josh Norman, I was saying for the last couple of weeks, he's not playing like a Pro Bowl corner. He's playing like an all-pro corner.
Yeah.
Nobody's playing better than him right now.
Just sits on this one, was waiting for it. Saw it coming, pick 6. You're not stopping him. And Jameis's day off to a rough start. Norman giving the Panthers a 10-0 lead. So here comes Jameis again. A little rain falling now in Tampa. And, well, he's going back to Mike Evans this time. Again, Josh Norman.
Yeah, they have a couple options at wide receiver. We were talking about when the game was going on. Let's stay away from number 24. Let's attack somebody else.
Right, go to the other 6'5" guy, right? All right, so here comes Jameis, 10-3, had a field goal on the board, and he's picked off again.
Still, it looks like Jameis is really searching for that comfort level and that understanding of defenses so far.
Kirk Coleman picks it off. Third turnover for the Bucs in the first half. Next Panthers possession. Ted Ginn Jr.
catching the ball.
Don't call him a return man.
I gave Ted Ginn a really big grade when he was coming out of college. He hasn't lived up to it, but I'm going to dust that thing off.
Dust it off.
Take it out from underneath my bed where I've been hiding that report. Let's not get carried away, DJ, but he has been catching the ball.
We're going to find that one on Twitter again this week?
Oh, it might.
Scouting report?
You might.
Yeah,
nice.
Doug Martin's going to find the end zone here for Tampa Bay. Doug Martin goes 5 yards in the score, now trailing just the score. Would stay that way at the half. Second half, same score. Jonathan Stewart fumbles, but thank goodness for Ed Dixon.
Certain things happen for teams like the Panthers, and certain things happen against teams like Tampa, and that's Exhibit A.
Look at that. Ed Dixon just picks that thing up.
Gratuitous?
Yeah, a gratuitous bounce.
A gratuitous bounce. I mean, defensively, you do everything right. You get your head on the football, you pop the ball out, and then Dixon takes it for 6.
57 yards on the score, so it's 24-10 Panthers. Back comes Jameis, and there goes Josh Norman.
Again, he's looking down his receivers. He's very statuesque in the pocket. You want him to be in the pocket, be a pocket passer, but you have to look off these cornerbacks and these secondary guys, or else this is going to become a trend, and you don't want that to take place as a young quarterback.
All right, so off the interception, here comes Cam.
And Cam just did the same exact thing.
Nearly gave it right back, as that was right in the hands there of Levante David.
Again, some things happen for Tampa, some things happen against Tampa. There's a little bit of a trend in this game.
And look at Ted Ginn Jr., you're not going to stop him.
That
was a turbo boost.
A little turbo boost speed button right there.
I was always an X button for the speed boost guy. All right, here we go, 30-10.
Once video games went to having the shooter buttons, then I retired. I was an AB guy.
A-B, left, right. So Doug Martin's pushing here as he rumbles towards the end zone. Or rather, yeah, that's Doug. And now Winston, a couple plays later, going to look for Charles Sims. Got him in the end zone.
Look, Jameis Winston's going to be high volume. He's going to be high volume interceptions, but you're going to get some touchdowns. That's what you're going to get year one. Hopefully, that ratio will be a little more favorable in the future.
But look, Bucs back within 2 scores heading into the fourth quarter. Next Bucs possession, now down 34-17 after a Panthers field goal. And, oh boy, make it 4 interceptions now for Jameis Winston, picked off there by Thomas Davis. Panthers on to win this one. Yeah, Ted Ginn Jr., 2 touchdowns through the air. Cam throws for just 124, but rushed for 51. And the biggest stat out of that, the Panthers, 4-0.
How about it? Panthers-Falcons.
37-23 victory, yeah.
Wow.
That's going to be a big one.
Move on to a team that's really got it going this year. Carolina Panthers coming off of a bye week, 4-0, and they flew all the way out to the Pacific Northwest, the place where they were eliminated in the postseason. Marshawn Lynch back after missing a couple of games with a hamstring injury and plowing in just their second rushing touchdown this year, LT.
No, he's happy to get back in the end zone.
Pick it up in the third quarter, Seattle up 10-7. Marshawn throwing it back to Russell Wilson, and watch Ricardo Lockett. Yeah, now you're going to fight for the ball. And he picks it right off of Coleman's head.
This guy's 5'9".
Who put that play in for Marshawn was very creative, because that was the ugliest double pass.
It was probably his mom who called the OC.
He does more than return kicks.
So 17-7 at that point. Now it's 20-7, but Cam to Greg Olsen, who had a huge day. 7 catches for $131. That sets up first and goal. And the guy who grew up just outside of Seattle, Jonathan Stewart, he had 2 touchdowns on the day. Panthers are down just 6. On to the fourth. And how about the day Jimmy Graham had? 8 catches for 140 yards. Here, Russell Wilson looking for him downfield.
It's about time.
They got to find a way to incorporate him in the offense. Great play by Russell, keeping his eyes down.
Led to a Hauschka field goal and a 9-point lead. But the Panthers are not done. Cam zips it to Olsen for a gain of 32, gets it down to the goal line. And then it's Stewart again. He had 78 yards in those 2 scores on the ground. However, the Panthers would miss the extra point, so they're down 3 instead of 2. Next Seahawks drive, Wilson sacked by Kawan Short.
We see that too much. Russell Wilson running for his life.
So they're forced to punt, but here comes Cam.
Damn.
Ted Ginn Jr., his one grab goes for 18 yards. Then Newton on 3rd and 3. No timeouts with under a minute to go to Jericho Cotchery.
Throwing strikes.
That's a pickup of 7. More importantly, moves the chains. Now Newton with under 40 ticks left. Finds a wide open Greg Olsen.
Wow. How do you get that wide open?
Cam and Richard Sherman discussing that exact point, Prime. We'll talk about that in a moment. Wilson now, one last chance looking deep downfield. That's incomplete. And so now Wilson, and we know what's coming next. You catch it, I'll toss it. Here we go. And that's going to do it.
On the field.
The Panthers, 5-0 for the first time since 2003 when they went to the Super Bowl. Prime time. Taking on Sam Bradford, pair of former #1 overall picks, going at it. Jason Peters, fortunately we didn't see enough of him on Sunday night, going against Jared Allen. Back injury for the 7-time Pro Bowler. Back injury and done for the night.
Man.
Pick it up in the second quarter. Panthers up 7-3, and Cam, just look at him stretching that out there, Marshall.
That was one heck of a play by Cam. I'm telling you, I know we're used to seeing MVP quarterbacks play like, but Cam is playing like an MVP. Just evaluate his value to his team.
4th rushing touchdown of the year. Waning seconds of the first half, Newton, I don't know, gets picked off. An amazing play by Malcolm Jenkins, who then does a little Superman pose as well.
That's a great play by Jenkins.
Eagles defense, #1 in the league in forced turnovers. Look at this play.
Was the corner. He got ball skills, I'm telling you.
So the Eagles ensuing possession, 3rd and 10 in the red zone. How about Josh Norman in the year he's had knocking it away from Zach Ertz?
That boy good.
Real good.
That boy good.
Defensive player of the month in September, and he got a hand on that one in October as well, so they had to settle for a field goal. Eagles down 14-6 at the break. Hey, maybe.
Boy, he got good hand.
3rd quarter, Newton, Greg Olsen from
the 88 Club from the U.
Yep. He did a lot more than the Canes did on Saturday. Yeah. And how about Mike Tolbert? Looks like he's going to get knocked down at the 4.
I'm from Florida State, and that made me mad watching him.
He got more guys in the league than anybody.
Won't happen again.
Hey, good luck tackling a human bowling ball over here, by the way.
We got more in the league than anybody.
Panthers up 21-6 at that point. All right, guys, we moved on from the U to Ryan Matthews. And if you only give it to him 5 times a game, that might be enough, Marshall.
Oh, yeah. Listen, this guy is explosive, but he's found his niche in his offense, being a role player, being a backup. When he comes in the game, you have to pay attention to him because, I mean, he can take a.
I don't even think they have a
This
one,
is a
Marshall.
contained run, and he I mean, that's 80.
I wouldn't call him a backup, though. I think they just sharing the #1 position.
Panthers
he's the backup.
up 8. Newton has it tipped off the hands of the rookie. Devin Funchess picked off by Byron Maxwell.
A little hot right there. That ball a little high, a little hot. Funchess just couldn't pull it in. Right there. Oh. Worst thing
They had a little more touch on it.
3rd pick of the night thrown by Newton. 2 of them went off the paws of his would-be receivers. Eagles ensuing possession. Bradford looking for Josh Huff on 3rd and goal. He gets his mitts on it, can't corral it, so they had to settle for a Sturgis 24-yarder, and Philly back down 5. On to the 4th. The Eagles' offensive line started to take over, started to grind out some big runs, and then here on 3rd and 9, they're going to swing it out to Josh Huff. Stopped by Kuechly after a 1-yard gain. Big play there.
Man, listen, that boy is bad.
And so Sturgis from 50 to get back within not going to do it. So that Carolina defense and Josh Norman does its job. The Panthers, however, they ran for more than 200 yards on this night. It was Jonathan Stewart and it was Cam Newton. 16 yards on that one. Celebrate, big fella. You deserve it.
First down.
Then on 3rd and 9, Newton looking for Philly Brown. Can't find him, so they settled for a Gano field goal and a 24-16 lead. So can Sam Bradford lead the drive down the field and then go for 2 and tie this thing up? Well, on 4th and 9, looking for Miles Austin. That's good.
Right in and right out.
Would have easily had the first down, but right off of his paws.
And they missed that by a mile.
Great route.
What a finish it was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Monday Night Football, the rain was coming down as Cam Newton and the Panthers come in undefeated. Would they remain so? Andrew Luck and the Colts atop the AFC South. Colts off to a rough start early on. Trouble out the gate as the snap is fumbled.
Quarterback center exchange, they say one of the easiest plays in football, and the center never got the ball to Andrew Luck. That's not his fault.
New center, too.
And in conditions, you know, it's wet and it's rainy.
Panthers get on the board first with a Graham Gano field goal. They're up 3-0 in the next Colts possession. Andrew Luck looking for T.Y. Hilton, intercepted by Charles Tillman. Take another look.
Peanut, I see you, Peanut.
Yeah, here's a little pressure coming off the edge. And I don't know what he's seeing, but it's just like he just forced the ball. He had Allen wide open, just a missed throw. Bad, poorly thrown ball.
Or just throw the ball out of bounds.
So 2 turnovers for the Colts on their first 2 possessions. And so Riverboat Ron Rivera, he's feeling a little cocky. He's going to take some chances on 4th and 1 there.
When you have Avatar at quarterback, Amber, you can do that on 4th and 1.
Okay, 4 plays later, now 4th and 1 from the 3. Jonathan Stewart powering. You like that, M-Rob?
Oh, yeah, of course. Running back love. Return of the back. Jay Stewart gets low, uses his feet, and gets in the end zone again. Power football in the red zone.
Drug 3 guys there with him.
Telling you.
Panthers lead at 10-0. Let's go to the 3rd quarter. Panthers ball, they're up 17-6, and it's their turn for a miscue.
Can't have it. You cannot have turnovers inside of the red zone, especially inside of the 5.
And you see right here, Cam, it looked like he's trying to pull out a little bit too fast. Didn't get the ball, and that was his fault. But, hey, the conditions do this to you. You got to pay more attention to these type of plays.
A lot of sloppy football early on the Colts' next drive. 3rd and 8, and Luck deep. But Josh Norman all over it.
Dude is a baller.
Josh Norman, Roman Harper. There's about 3 guys all over it.
Here are the Panthers, and Newton looking deep over the middle for Olsen, who hauls it in for the touchdown.
How many times is Greg Olsen going to beat teams? I mean, he's one of the only deep threats or threats that Carolina has, and he still continues to make plays with it.
And that's great. That's great placement. That was Vontae Davis on that play.
Panthers leading 17-6. We go to the 4th quarter. Luck looks deep for Hilton, but he overthrows him, intercepted by Kurt Coleman, who had a good game.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder what Andrew was looking at right here. I mean, obviously it could have slipped. It could have been a number of things, but definitely an error throw by Luck.
Panthers' next drive, Newton connects with Corey Brown for the 8-yard touchdown. Graham Gano, though, would miss the extra point. Remember this.
Yeah.
Remember this. The Panthers lead 23-6 here in the 4th quarter.
Not a chip shot anymore.
This is where things get interesting. Here come the Colts. Luck to Andre Johnson for the touchdown.
See you, Dre.
Just throw it up to the big fella. Just bodied this guy, and the defender fell.
23-13. Next Colts drive. Luck connects with Johnson over the middle. A gain of 20 and a first down. Andrew Luck pumped up 5 plays later. There's 2:37 left. Colby Fleener for the touchdown. The Colts are now just down 3 points.
And that's the Andrew Luck we're accustomed to seeing.
Cam Newton almost intercepted by Vontae Davis.
Missed opportunity of a big play. He's got to come down with that play right there. I mean, it was a great play of not letting him catch the ball, but you want that interception.
So the Panthers would punt, and here are the Colts with 1:43 left. 4th and 10 on their own 40. Luck to Griff Whalen over the middle. First down. It's ruled a catch on the field. Take a closer look.
Looks like it came out a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Call would stand. First down for the Colts.
Little luck right there.
2 plays later, 1:18 left. Andrew Luck to Whalen again over the middle. First down. And Vinatieri getting ready on the sideline. He knows what's coming up. 4 plays later, 1st and 10 Luck. Looking for Hilton, but Coleman there again, breaking it up. 4 plays later, 9 seconds remain. Luck nearly intercepted. Could have ended the game if Luke Kuechly came down with it. Look at that.
We're used to seeing him making that play, but that was a tough play to turn around out of coverage and have the ball right up on you. Wow.
Next play, Adam Vinatieri, 24 yards out, and we are headed to overtime.
You knew that was coming when Adam was warming up.
Yeah, you know it was coming.
We've seen that too many times, Amber.
So 17 unanswered points from the Colts at this point. In overtime, they get the ball first. Luck takes it himself, 11 yards on the gain and a first down.
I'd rather see that than see him force the ball down the field.
Yes.
Adam Vinatieri, field goal is good. The Colts lead 26-23.
Mr.
So now the
Automatic.
Panthers, they have a chance here. Newton going deep for Ted Ginn, and this is going to haunt that man for a long time to come.
They won, so it's not as bad, but they're still going to rag on him in the locker room. He still got to get it.
He saw that daylight. He got a little too excited. All right, the next play, 2nd and 10, Newton throwing it up for Olsen, who makes a great one-handed catch.
Perfect catch, great catch. He warded the defender off with his inside hand and made a one-hand catch. Great one.
42-yard field goal from Graham Gano. The game is tied at 26, and now we go to sudden death in overtime. Andrew Luck looking for Kobe Fleener.
Whoa.
Deflected by Roman Harper, intercepted by Luke Kuechly.
He didn't let us down that time. Kuechly came up with that ball, but that was a great play by Roman Harper.
So here we go. And the kick is good for the win. The Panthers, 29-26. They take the win in overtime. They improve now to 7-0. They join the Bengals, Broncos, and Pats amongst the undefeated teams in the NFL.
Hey, LeVar, that was some real-life Panther video right there for you on NFL Network.
That must mean that they won this game. I mean, for that to be the intro.
Let's see here. Panthers trying to remain undefeated. Packers coming off their first loss. Down 7-3, not anymore. Cam Newton sneaking over the top, just getting that ball over the goal line.
So they're changing that S to a C now, I guess.
For
Cam, Super Cam.
SC, Super Cam. There it is.
Super Cam.
Well, he couldn't get the ball from Julius Peppers. Let's go fetch it. He's like, hold on, man. You get this thing, ends up giving it to a fan in the stands. Little guy.
Well, you know, Julius Peppers has some ties to that North Carolina area.
He does. He does, the former UNC Tar Heel. But Cam Newton not done getting into the end zone, finds Greg Olsen. 17-7 Panther lead.
Wow, Julius Peppers, what a dirty player for throwing that ball away.
Come on, 27-7 Panthers on top of the Packers. Looking to run away with this thing, but the Packers say not so fast here. Third quarter, opening possession for the Pack and Randall Cobb. Now we finally got that big play.
They're looking to make a game of it. Absolutely. They needed that big play to spark something for them.
Last few games, Aaron Rodgers just 2 of 12 on passes over 20 yards in the air. That was a big one they needed. But the Panthers defense, again, coming up big here.
They pressured him all day long with that defensive front. Give them a lot of credit.
Rodgers pressured, hit by Coney Ely. Rodgers fumbles, would recover, they would punt, and that would lead to a Panthers touchdown here. Cam Newton to Devin Funches.
Look for that kid. He's the guy. He could turn into the go-to guy outside of Greg.
Former Michigan Wolverine. We had a little trouble here on the sidelines after that touchdown. Clinton Dix and B.J. Raji, Julius Peppers kind of getting into it a little bit. More on that here in just a second.
Probably a different way to go about the conversation, whatever it was.
Probably was.
Yeah.
Eddie Lacy dealing with a groin injury late in this game, so he had to leave. James Starks was dealing with a pants coming off issue on that play.
Yeah, but he made it work.
he made it work. And the comeback continues here for the Packers. Guys, this game looked like it was almost over, LeVar, but back they come.
They did come back, made some big plays.
14. How about Aaron Rodgers? Anybody have a bit of pocket awareness?
How about Mr. Jones?
Yeah, he goes up, makes a nice catch.
He went up and got it at its high point, took it away. That was almost a pick.
Rodgers escaped the rush. The drive continues. First and goal. Rodgers to Rodgers. Aaron to Richard. And the Packers are now within a score. Rodgers feeling it. 8-point ball game here with under 4 minutes to play. Cam Newton trying to put it away, but Marius Randall.
Good play by the D. Bad decision by Cam.
Rookie out of Arizona State. Makes a nice play on the football. This play was reviewed for a long time. As you can see, kind of gets control of it. And there
He's got it.
2 feet down. And a nice play by Randall as this was eventually upheld. They give him the interception.
For a lot of teams, this would have been the nail in the coffin. You knew Aaron Rodgers would come in and do something to win this game.
So the Packers take over on their own 22. Just 3:38 remaining.
And granted, it was only,
Now 2:57 to play. A 4th and 5 for Rodgers. Oh, clutch. Finds Randall Cobb for the first down.
And they could only tie it. Let's keep that in mind. They could have pushed it to overtime with a
8-yard
2-point
gain.
conversion.
Yes, again, an 8-point deficit here. 2:23 remaining. Rodgers. 3rd and goal. Rolling out as he did on that long 4th down conversion to James Jones. Going to try to run it. Roman Harper, big tackle right there to save a touchdown.
They're inside the 5, and that's Aaron Rodgers, and he got one more down.
4th and goal. Time doesn't matter here. Rodgers. Eluding the rush, trying to at least.
He had what he wanted. He just didn't see that man, Mr. Davis, right there.
Randall, he also was trying to get it to Randall Cobb.
He was open.
Yeah, he was.
He was open.
Gets
Thomas bounced off of that offensive lineman, was able to get in the pass and throwing lane. It was a nice play by him.
Rodgers saw it break open. He knows they could have had perhaps at least a touchdown there, but the Packers fall for the 2nd straight week. It's the first time they've lost back-to-back games with Rodgers at quarterback since 2010. Well, you heard Cam Newton say they just got to clean some things up, but that record pretty clean at 8-0. Heading into Nashville, though, to take on the Marcus Mariota-led Tennessee Titans, coming off a big win a week ago down in New Orleans. And here comes Cam. Out of the gates.
I mean, they are really using the center of that field inside the hash marks, him and Olsen. They have been a very, very good duo this season.
Gain of 20 helps set up Jonathan Stewart. Only team in the NFL right now, DJ, that has run more than they have passed.
And give their center Ryan Khalil a lot of credit on that touchdown run right there in a pancake.
Panthers take a 7-0 lead. Jonathan Stewart, 91 yards on the day. But how about Dexter McCluster? Oh, look at that explosion.
I'll tell you, he's always had that explosion. He's got that body type to be able to do those type of things, and he took advantage of it right there on this play.
Shot out of a cannon there, 25-yard touchdown.
Roman Harper is 50, though, so you got to cut him some slack.
His hair.
We're tied at 7.
Give us great pepper hair guys a break here.
Time running down in the first quarter. Cam to Teddy Ginn Jr., 19-yard gain. Newton completed his first 11 passes of the game. Career high to start a game for Cam. Second quarter, St. Panthers drive, 1st and goal. Newton to Ed Dixon, who's kind of become a nice little second option at tight end.
And also does a really nice job blocking for this football team. Both their tight ends, well-rounded guys.
Newton to Dixon, 14-7, Panthers on top. As he does the Cam and gives that ball to a fan in the stands. 2 possessions later, we'll go 4th and 1. Punting here, Brett Kern to Ted Ginn. And
this is what he does best.
Look at him break tackles, though.
That's what he does.
Impressive. 87-yard touchdown, but
yeah, it's always
Joe Webb called for a block in the back, negating the play. He owes Teddy Ginn some dinner. Panthers lead at 14-10 at the half. He wasn't too happy about that. Third quarter, Titans ball, same score here. Mariota kind of looking to just throw this thing away, but Kurt Coleman, what a play on the ball, huh?
Yeah, he's got to put his feet in the ground and drive that football. I know he's trying to throw it out of bounds. That's what it was last week against the Saints. He said he was trying to throw it out of bounds. So something to work on.
Well, Dorial Green-Beckham probably would have liked to seen him make more of a play on the ball as well. But Coleman with a huge interception for the Panthers. Fourth quarter, Titans down 17-10, 3rd and 8.
Well, that's not going to help your
sacks.
passes.
Mariota, or dropped the
sloppy snap.
Yeah,
sloppy snap.
Still goes down as a sack there. Titans force the punt. Fourth quarter, Panthers up 20-10. Cam looking for Greg Olsen.
Look at the strength of that arm. I mean, talk about delivering the ball. He delivers it over the opposite shoulder where only Olsen could get a hold of it. They are playing some really good ball, and what a grab.
Yeah, recognizing you got Arakpo in coverage on Greg Olsen, though, was a good job by the quarterback as well.
Impressive catch by Olsen.
He's making a habit of one-handed catches weekly.
Yeah, 8 catches, 80 yards for Olsen on the day. Cam, 9 plays later, keeping it into the end zone as he does so well.
I mean, he's just bullying the whole team. The whole defensive line is hitting him. He's just holding the ball out there like really.
He's big brother. He's big brother. Little brother's trying to tackle, and he just kind of puts his hand on your head, keep you away. Yeah. That's just kind of what it looks like when Cam gets down there.
17-point lead for the Panthers, 27-10.
There's no reason to get mad now. You had a chance to stop him.
And the extra celebration.
Yeah, you had a chance to stop him. If you don't want him to celebrate, you keep him out of the end zone.
And some Panthers fans there in Music City. Cam acknowledges their trip with a.
Yeah, you got a lot of lumps and bumps before you get to this level, buddy.
Hey, Marcus, where do you keep your Heisman Trophy? I don't know. Where do you keep your Heisman Trophy? Was that that conversation?
Yeah. Oh, please.
27-10 Panthers
Heisman.
over the Titans. 9-0. The 9-0.
The buck is the trophy you want to win.
That's right.
That's right. That's real men win that.
Yeah, that's the Chiefs. 6-0 right now, pending extra point. Let's get you caught up here in Carolina as the Panthers hosting the Redskins, trying to stay undefeated at Carolina.
What we hear, you like that today?
I don't know. The going would be a lot tougher for Kirk Cousins and the You Like That crew. Picked off here by Kurt Coleman as Cousins was looking for Deshaun Jackson. Redskins, though, called for pass interference. Panthers declined, and it was Panthers' ball. So you give them a short field, and they're going to take advantage. Cam Newton, Jonathan Stewart into the end zone. First touchdown, first score goes to the Panthers.
Yeah, this was a back-and-forth matchup early on. This is a big play right here for the Redskins.
Yep. Kirk Cousins saying, all right, you like that? There it is.
Like that?
Yeah.
He still has it.
Oh,
wow.
I got it.
Deshaun Jackson for 56, and we're tied at 7. All right, Redskins came to play. Here we go. Right? Cam Newton to Mike Tolbert into the end zone just like that. He's doing the whole little dabbing Cam
that
thing,
was
right?
tame for Mike Tolbert. He can give you a little more than that if he wants.
But hang on. Ensuing kick return. Andre Roberts.
Roberts?
Yes. You know, we heard a lot from Deshaun Jackson, Jamison Crowder.
Hey, Kirk, you like that return?
Nope.
You like that?
Yeah, just got a half of one because he wasn't involved in it.
Well, because he kind of knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Cost him a possession.
There's a little bit of foreshadowing.
The onslaught was just beginning in Charlotte. Tied at 14. Second quarter action. Cam to Greg Olsen. Wait, that thing picked off?
What a nice play.
Yes. Chris Culliver grabs it, going to take it into the end zone, but hang on. We got a penalty on the play on Culliver for unnecessary roughness.
Yeah. Wow, that's kind of crazy.
I know he goes high. Look, the tight end.
You got to be able to play football. Some of this stuff that's going on is just.
So maybe a big momentum shift there, right?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Carolina going to turn that failed, or the extra possession, I guess, right, into a touchdown. Initially, though, called incomplete here.
I don't know how they called this incomplete. I mean, there's some of these are tough to figure out. That's not one of them. Easy touchdown there for Teddy Ginn.
It is, and the Panthers would challenge, call overturned. It is a Panthers touchdown. They are up 21-14.
Do you think the kid was able to hold on to the ball, or did they force a fumble?
They had to go to the booth on it.
Yeah, okay.
Luke Kuechly. Yeah, check out Luke. On the hit on Matt Jones, forces the fumble. It's recovered by Thomas Davis.
These linebackers are active. They make plays. Those are the things that happen.
And from there, it's Cam to Greg Olsen. All of a sudden, this game's getting out of hand. 28-14 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. What are they going to do with the ball this time?
Oh, they're going to give it to another little kid.
Yes. Next Panthers possession, Newton. Oh, third quarter here. Redskins ball. They're down 31-14. Cousins sacked by Ben Wickery.
This is what I don't understand, though, because Kirk felt him coming. You saw him move and slide around the pocket, but then you got to do something to secure the football.
Nice play by Ben Wickery, going right for the ball, recovering it himself, and giving Cam Newton another possession, and he's going to find Devin Funchess this time. Everybody getting on the fun.
Devin Funchess, LeVar, the last couple weeks, we're seeing him grow.
Yes, he has. He's growing up right in front of us.
Panthers up 38-14. Kirk trying to get something going. Do we have another captain comeback in us? I don't know. That was
Jay Gruden?
One-handed. Is that Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. There you go. Nice catch from the sideline.
I said earlier in the week that they were going to have to win in between the numbers to have a chance in this game. If you notice, a lot of those plays, they didn't have a lot of time. As that's a sack right there. We saw a forced fumble. They just weren't able to gain the center of the field in this game.
Cousins sacked 5 times on the day, and the Panthers go to 10-0. Cam Newton, 5 touchdown passes on the day.
That's called an MVP performance.
In Big D against the undefeated Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton and company coming in undefeated. Ron Rivera doing a heck of a job there. Hey, before this game, Romo was undefeated as well, but things started poorly to say the least.
Kirk Coleman said, thank you very much. Willie pointed out a minute ago, it's called the robber position, and he robbed him, Willie.
Yeah, he was sitting in zone, reading the quarterback, and, of course, when you watch film, you watch the tendencies, and he read this play perfectly.
Dan, his feet never moved.
Look at Kirk Coleman right there.
At the snap of the ball, he literally stayed put, and then he just found Tony's eyes and found the ball and found 6 points.
Exactly.
Great play by Coleman. Heath, you said earlier, though, that's something that Romo needs to see. More trouble for Romo here. Luke Kuechly steps right in front of this one.
This was spectacular by 59, and honestly, Willie, you know the linebacker position better than anybody. He's in this trail coverage down the middle of the field, and watch how he just flips off. He feels it, Willie, and says thank you.
He's trailing Witten right there, and it's just, like you said, it's a feel. He's watching the quarterback. He's watching the receiver break his route, and he jumps the route for a great play.
And then what did he do to Tony in the end zone?
Mushed him in the end zone after he scored.
Charlie Casserly.
I love it. I love when linebackers do that to quarterbacks, man.
Charlie Casserly tweeted just a couple of instinctive plays from Luke Kuechly. There's another one there, his second interception of the game. He has 10 since 2012, more than any other middle linebacker.
Luke can do a little bit of every single thing. Right there, he had Witten man-to-man. Man-to-man coverage, trail technique with a safety over the top, high-pointed the ball like a DB should, came down with it for a second interception.
Tony's sad, Dan.
All these linebackers do for Carolina is pick off passes.
Hit people and make plays.
Thomas Davis has 3 picks as well. On the offensive side of the ball, Jericho Cotchery picks up 24. Cam Newton's fired up.
That's my brother, yes.
Well, that sets up this. A Graham Gano field goal, but trouble ensues for the Cowboys. Byron Jones, remember him of the broad jump fame at the Combine, trying the old high jump here. This is illegal.
But no, he has to watch his hands, though. Like, from the back view, this angle didn't give you the best look. It's a leverage penalty is what it's called. It was put in to protect the safety of the players. But he didn't use his hands or feet to propel himself upwards. Bad call.
So instead of a field goal, the Panthers marching towards the end zone. Here's Cotchery again, picking up 11. And when they get this close, you know what's happening.
Cam.
Get him one. I can't do it like Primetime does it.
But look at the twist.
I can do that. I can actually do that.
He's doing it like a little joint. Okay. Then he's done. He's not done, is he?
No,
hold on, we got one more. I'll take that.
And then he gives the ball. This is a 5-part touchdown dance.
Hey,
well, the fifth part was
don't let him in the end zone.
That's absolutely right. And don't let Thomas Davis sack your quarterback who's already had a broken clavicle, right?
And this looks like it could be another one. He goes down. It is a clavicle injury. You can see Steven and Jerry Jones looking on. This is the only sack of the game on Romo, and it proved to be costly. If it is broken, likely going to be done for the season, which would indicate that the Cowboys season is likely done as well. They didn't win a game without Romo when he was injured. 0-7, 33-14 is the final.
Different cast of characters that he's had in previous years.
Breeze well protected. Throw is high but caught. This is Coleman. And Coleman with a nice catch and run. He's got a first down inside the 20.
That'll give him a lot to play for the rest of the year.
2nd and 6. End zone touchdown, Watson. Play action. There's a fastball picked off by Delvin Breaux. Down the sideline. And sliding down outside the 20. They barely got set. Handoff is to Stewart. He stood up again. And the ball is out. It's a live play. And no signal.
Not down by contact, fumble, touchdown.
Touchdown, Saints. Cam is going to walk for the first down and keep on going. Able to hang on to the ball, and he has set up Carolina with a first down just outside the 10 at the 11. Blitz. Tolbert out of the backfield. He is in for the touchdown. A little gimpy is Newton, who steps into it, fires a strike. Ball is dropped. That's a catch and fumble. Vaccaro, as Olsen couldn't hang on. Hand off to Stewart. What a good move. And Jonathan Stewart sets up 1st and goal.
Just a good job of executing a running play by this Carolina offensive front.
Cam keeps it, flips it for the touchdown to Jonathan Stewart.
The pitch and put it in.
Not that easy to flip it or pitch it left-handed like that. And then rumble into the end zone. But the extra point is blocked. This is Anthony. He's all alone. This is worth points. 2 of them for the Saints as they add to their lead. Here's Olsen. What a throw. Was his left foot in bounds? It was. 2nd and 8. Here's Tolbert. Ducks in behind his blocking. Takes it inside the 15 and out of bounds near the 10. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 13. End zone, wide open, touchdown, Ginn. The division now 2nd down and goal with the ball back at the 13. Pass caught by Funchess. Touchdown. 1941. Here is a fake toss. Breeze backs up. Down the middle. Got Cooks. Saints back in it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now 3rd down and 3. All alone. Catch. Touchdown, Coleman. Deep down the middle, pass caught by Olsen. Newton's looking that way, and now fires for Ginn downfield. Touchdown, Ted Ginn. Just got it away. Here's one for Watson. Pass picked off. Another one for Coleman. They run it. Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans. His great year continues. 2nd and 9. Newton. End zone. Touchdown, Katsuri. Ron Rivera is in charge of the 9th team in NFL history to start 12-0.
Panthers just keep pounding away, 12-0 as they host the Atlanta Falcons. First of two matchups in the next 3 weeks for these two teams. So here comes the Panthers. First offensive possession.
This guy is hitting his stride, Mr. Stewart.
44 yards. Now deep into Carolina territory. He finished the drive 5 plays later. Might as well, right? 1 yard TD plunge. Panthers up 7-0.
Give you a lot to think about with their offense. So many different ways. Oh, who get the ball there?
A young fella.
You know he had number 1 on.
You rock a little one jersey, you got a good shot.
That's a good shot, right? All right, already up 7-0. Looking for more. Teddy Ginn.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what he's done to improve his hands, but he's done it, and he's been a major contributor to this offense.
I don't know that his hands are improving. I think the opportunities have increased.
You know what?
Well,
he's still 50. It's still a 50-50 proposition.
That was a nice grab by Ted Ginn.
It was, and a nice tightrope too down the sidelines for the touchdown.
I mean, he is a receiver.
14-0. You notice we haven't shown any Falcons offensive highlights yet. This is another Ted Ginn touchdown. So Ted scores 2 before the Falcons scored.
Six touchdowns now for Ted Ginn this year.
How about it?
And he makes them count.
28 passing touchdowns now for Cameron Newton.
Cam, by the way, 3 letters. You know how you spell his name, Lamar?
Yes.
M-B-P.
Oh.
C-A.
Is it legal for him to have that much fun?
I don't know if anyone has more. But here's Cam. More offensive fireworks. Corey Brown.
I mean, the thing is, he'll load up, he'll telegraph it, but he has so much arm talent. It doesn't even matter.
He got lit up on that play. He took a hit.
Derek Anderson actually had to come on in relief here at the end of the first half, so a little hold your breath moment there. Next play, Derek Anderson. Well, he's just going to grip it and rip it too. Here he finds Corey Brown.
Well, these guys, they're playing loose. They're playing confident. Those type of ingredients makes it easy for guys to come in and keep the momentum going.
I do think Derek Anderson is one of the 3 or 4 best backups in the NFL, too.
Yeah, he was 2-0 last year, I believe. Swept the Tampa Bay Bucs as a backup. And then Cam would come back, find Greg Olsen here in the end zone.
You don't want to see that if you're a Carolinas fan.
Yeah, and Olsen down, clutching the knee. Cam knows, this would be a really tough injury for the Panthers to overcome. The knee, bends that left knee, bending awkwardly. Greg Olsen did not return, and that was not a catch, so Cam then going to fire it into, Greg's.
Ed Dixon in the house, the former Duck.
Ed Dixon for the touchdown. 246 passing yards for Cam Newton in the first half.
We haven't shown a lot of Falcons highlights so far. And that's not a good one.
That's a low light. But that's the Carolinas defense. Carolina.
Well, this has been
saying Carolina plural. You know why? Because there's so many of them running to the ball.
Devontae Freeman fumbles. A.J. Klein strips it. Recovered by Coney Ely. Panthers out a field goal. They're up top 31-0. Ron Rivera, by the way, says Greg Olsen just a tweak of the knee. He's going to be okay. That's good news.
Because that could drastically change their season.
This was a Daniel LaRusso forced fumble, by the way.
Was it?
It was a karate kick. He kicked the ball out of Matt Ryan's hands.
Fozzie Whitaker guys into the action and into the end zone.
That's what they told Fozzie right there. Sweep the leg.
It's kind of like a sweep, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's to the point now, if you go to a Panthers game and sit in the end zone, there's a good chance you're going to get a football.
It's more than 50-50.
Wow.
38-0 before the end of the third quarter. This was a Atlanta Falcons team that was 5-0. This is an Atlanta Falcons team that has, coming into the game, Devontae Freeman leading the league in touchdown rushes, tied with Adrian Peterson.
How about Luke Kuechly? Luke Kuechly plays kind of like Jack Ham. He gets into those throwing lanes. And need I say, Sammy Huff? He gets interceptions. I like the way he plays. Old school throwback type of guy, but gets to that ball.
Falcons have not had a rushing touchdown in the last 7 weeks.
How impressive is that to pitch a shutout in
Devontae's
December?
got 9 on the year.
Wow. Well, there's a reason why that number on the right keeps climbing up. They're piling up losses.
All right, Panthers now 13-0. Cam Newton 15-21, 265, 3 TDs. Basically didn't need to suit up in the second half.
Carolina.
Yep.
Ooh,
Here we go. A day at the fights?
Yeah, right. Fight night here early on.
Odell thought he had exchanged the pleasantries before we got going.
A little merry-go-round action.
Oh, he's got the Christmas cleats going.
Christmas cleats and doing a little triple toe loop.
Twinkle toes.
Here comes Eli going up top for Odell early on and just flat drops it. Beat Josh Norman clean.
He used two hands. That's what got him. He just throw up the one paw. He finishes.
Well, that's what happens when you only practice one-handed.
Josh Norman knows he got away with one there.
Yep.
But it was on. It was on from there on.
It was on all day. Look at the shots these two were taking at each other. Odell flat out punching him in the face.
His hands inside his face now, ripping his mouthpiece out.
I haven't seen anything like this since Andre and Prime. I mean, they were getting it in.
So,
no love lost.
Let's go 7-7. We're tied here in the second quarter.
That's a big play of the game right there.
Huge. Cam.
Big play.
Nearly picked off by DRC. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, would be pick 6, right?
Yeah, not only does Cam take this big hit and it seems to come up a little bit sore, but if Rodgers-Cromartie comes down with that, that could be the difference in the game.
Panthers would have to punt. Still at 14-7 now here, and it's Devin Funchess beating DRC for the TD.
Nobody throws that better than Cam, too. That is a flat laser.
Right through the end. All right, so it's 21-7. Panthers extending their lead here. Beckham not happy on the sideline, so what's he got?
Oh, you know who he got.
Well, that one falls just short as Eli got hit on the play.
He's going to keep going for him.
Beckham a little bit frustrated. Giants would have to punt. 2 Panthers possessions later.
Tag's your guy. LeVar's your guy.
Hey, Tag again, man. He done found himself.
Getting it in. 14-yard score on the little quick pass from Cam. Newton's 5th.
You're
TD
not going to
pass
get
of
your
the day.
fist pound, buddy. He's leaving. Pull your hand back up.
35 and more. Odell and Josh Norman.
Gosh, that's the one that got me right
Let me
there.
tell you
Well, that's
something.
going to get him.
They're going to get a lot of mail. Oh, they're both going to get a little bit of mail. They're going to get multiple.
I'm
times.
surprised that one of these guys wasn't ejected.
Yeah.
In this
Well,
game,
to
the
me,
way
it
they
was
were
the shot to the jaw when he wasn't looking over a pile that I was shocked that nothing
Fourth
happened.
quarter, field goal attempt here by Graham Gano. It's blocked. Picked up by the Giants inside Carolina
DRC.
territory.
Block, pickup, recovery.
Yep, DRC blocks it. So 4 plays later, 2nd and 2 for Eli Manning. And it's old friend Hakeem Nicks who falls down in the end zone.
So at this point, the game's over, right? You're sitting here watching and saying, this is all she wrote.
Right? But hold on a second, because Cameron Artis-Payne active for this game because Jonathan Stewart inactive.
And he's the one that messed up on this play. It wasn't. A lot of people may have been saying it was Cam, but that running back has to allow for Cam to read and be able to pull out the ball. Right. That running back didn't allow. And then
2 Auburn guys right
there. Then he didn't even turn around to go get the ball.
Yep. And it is recovered by
it was a tougher
the Giants.
day without Jonathan Stewart, and I think they knew that.
This time, Eli and the Giants take advantage. Eli finds Shane Vereen for the touchdown. Giants now within 7. Remember, they were down 35-7. There, Odell and Shane celebrating on the sideline. So the Panthers get the ball back here on the wrong side of the momentum, and Jason Pierre-Paul sticking that club up in the air and knocking down a Cam Newton 3rd down pass.
If you're not going to get home, get your hand or your club raised as high as you can. That has to hurt.
That's interesting because one time he hit it with the club, and one time he was actually a fingertip away from getting the ball down with that hand.
All right, so here come the Giants, and here comes Odell. Remember, he dropped that would-be touchdown pass early in the game.
Yep.
Would be the difference here. What could he do to make up for it?
3 points wasn't enough here.
Cortland Finnegan on Odell Beckham across the field is not a good matchup.
40-yard game, 4 plays later, 4th and 5.
But this is a good matchup.
Eli goes for it all.
And I wonder. These are the moments where you say, okay, all of this hand-to-hand combat, past 5 yards. Odell Beckham clearly pushed off Norman now. If you're going to call it, you're going to call it. If you're not, you're not. But this is one of those games. It's real chippy all day long.
But that's the matchup we wanted to see on a play like that, right? Ties it up at 35.
Cam's like, I'm good. Don't worry, you left me a lot of time.
That is the face of Cool, Calm, and Collected right there, number 1 in white. And here comes Cam.
These are the drives that can make or break MVP candidate or campaign, let's say.
To Greg Olsen.
Well, if you rush 3, you're going to give Cam time. He's going to pick you apart through the air.
And this is a defense that has had trouble stopping this Panthers passing attack all game long. So here comes Cam, 2nd and 10, rolling out of pressure. Little fake, and look at him pick up an extra.
Now they rush forward.
yards.
They're trying to count for him with a linebacker. Well, that's a horrible matchup once you get in space with Cam Newton.
Gets Graham Gano lined up for a 43-yard field goal attempt. Remember, he had the one blocked. Not this time. Gano's 43-yard attempt is good. Flag was on the Giants. Panthers win it. Remaining undefeated.
Wow.
Now 14-0.
Heck of a game, though.
And look, in this game, the Panthers, may not have sealed a first-round bye. They may not have clinched anything else other than Cam Newton sewing up the MVP.
I just wonder, was that the best part of the game, or did it happen in the tunnel after the game between Norman and Beckham? That seems like
that's as intense of a one-on-one as we've seen in several years.
It seems a rivalry was born today.
Let's show you the undefeated Carolina Panthers going into Atlanta, hoping to stay that way, looking to make it 15-0. And LeVar, our buddy Eric Davis, has said all along, this is a real rivalry here, a regional rivalry, Falcons and Panthers. Panthers, of course, beat the Falcons a couple of weeks ago. And Cam Newton off to a good start here.
Yeah, and Atlanta's been much maligned, especially this guy, Matt Ryan. And he came out and, you know what? He was poised to play well enough today.
All right, so here's Matt down 7-0. Time winding down in the first quarter. How about a little juice there on the athleticism, DJ?
Yeah, a little pump fake. And he took a shot, and I think that hurt him a little bit. They ended up taking a timeout after this.
Yeah, Kurt Coleman got a good piece of it.
It was the end of the quarter. He was in a lot of pain after that shot.
Devontae Freeman would punch it in and tie it up at 7.
Was that a little bit of hidden athleticism there?
Yeah, a little sneakiness.
A little sneaky.
All right, let's go second quarter. Panthers with the rock here, 3rd and 8. Cam can't find a receiver and just trying to get to the sticks.
Wow.
He does?
The strength that he has, I mean, that is ridiculous right there.
Ruled down inches short of the line to gain. Ron Rivera would end up challenging this. I guess, oh man, that is so close. It's kind of
Got a little battle
bloodied on the
right
play.
there.
Yeah. So it is then ruled a first down after further review. So the drive continues here for Cam, but big sack here by Jonathan Babineau. Hey, big play Babs right there.
Big play Babs. Know your role.
Roy Bierman combined there. Panthers forced the punt and were tied at 7 at the break. Hey, third quarter, ugly attempt here. Shane Graham, who's been really good in relief of Matt Bryant, who's been out for the Falcons, but here just kind of shanks this one. Looks like it kind of goes right in between Kawan Short and Star Lotu Lele. Panthers take over, and they'd add a field goal. They're up 10-7. So here come the Falcons. And Ryan. Deep for Randy Moss.
Grown man football. That's Julio.
That's a ridiculous catch. Unbelievable play by the Falcons. But the fact that Luke Kuechly is all the way down there in position is that's amazing.
Terrific play here for Julio Jones. I mean, this is what we were, this is what the Falcons could have used during that lull in that 2 months of the season where they could not win a football game. So there you go with the touchdown. They're up 14-10, but trying to give it back here as Matt Ryan can't handle the snap. Josh Norman picks it up.
Josh Norman, and you thought that this may have been a turning point in the game for the Carolina Panthers. Atlanta has had a habit of making critical, vital mistakes during the course of the game.
All right, so let's see here. Next Panthers drive after the turnover. Newton's pass here affected by the pressure maybe from Vic Beasley a little bit. Goes off the hands of Greg Olsen.
Uncharacteristic of Olsen to drop a ball.
They'd have to settle for a field goal. Down a point, 14-13. Falcons, though, keeping it going. Keep a little 4-minute offense here. Big play to Roddy White to extend a drive. They would add a Shane Graham field goal, go up by 4. Cam Newton, cool, calm, collected as usual, but on a 3rd and 5 with under 2 minutes to play, Justin Durant gets his hand on it on the pass intended for Ted Ginn. And then on 4th and 5, Newton looking for his guy, Greg Olsen.
They couldn't get on the same page today on some very key downs. Just Uncharacteristic of Cam Newton, Greg Olsen.
And give credit to that Atlanta Falcons defense. They had a really strong defensive scheme in place for Carolina. You wonder if they exposed anything about that offense. But again, missing Jonathan Stewart, and I think that's been the tail of the tape.
But they really had a chance here with about a minute and a half left to go. And the strip sack by Vic Beasley, the recovery by Adrian Claiborne.
You know,
and it's over.
The pass rush, DJ, was what really affected and impacted this game today. And again, I think that once they get Jonathan Stewart back, it takes away that element of comfort to be able to rush the passer that exists now.
And one thing, Dan Quinn, coming from Seattle, where you have a loud stadium, so you want a lot of speed coming off the edge. There they have the Seahawks. They're trying to duplicate that in Atlanta. Get a loud stadium. You get Beasley, speed rusher, end of the game. It's very loud. It's a good combination.
And here comes Cam Newton going into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. That's when you talk about 11 men on offense you have to cover. And Cam Newton with a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Panthers take the lead. Second down and 22. And once again, Newton under pressure, getting away, and on the run, fires, it's tipped, and it's caught by Funchess. Funchess inside the 40-yard line. Stumbles his way to the 30. The deflection off the hands of Bradley McDougald, but Funchess in the right place at the right time, and the Panthers get 41 yards and a first down.
William Ghostin had a pressure earlier in this game, wasn't able to come up with it, and he has another one. You see Mike Tolbert releasing on the outside. Reynolds thinks that he's going to get a chip. He doesn't get the chip, but Cam Newton, once again, using his legs, being able to get outside the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, and Funchess staying alive.
A second down and 10. Another play action. And Winston going on top, and it's caught by Mike Evans. And Evans out of bounds near midfield by Charles Tillman, and a gain of 27 yards. That's the biggest play from scrimmage so far for the Bucs.
He's been targeted in back-to-back plays. We're going to see him. Josh Norman is trailing. He drops off because it's a zone. That defense and the linebackers step up with that little bit of play action. But this is something that you need to see out of Mike Evans and out of this offense.
Artis Payne, first down, touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown run in his first NFL start by Cameron Artis Payne. First NFL touchdown for the rookie from Auburn. And threatening, they have a first down on the 31 of the Bucs. And going deep into the end zone, Jericho Cotchery, touchdown! Yards. Darrell Williams goes in as an extra offensive lineman. Quarterback sneak by Cam Newton. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton with his second touchdown rushing in this game. And taking advantage.
He calls those one-on-one matchups to create sacks.
And they go to Martin. Bursts it. Martin with a first down and more. And Martin, tough to bring down when he gets into the open field. Gets into Carolina territory to the 41-yard line, where he's stopped finally by Robert McClain. Humphries is in motion. First and goal at the 4. Play action, and here is Winston. And Winston is being chased, and he will get in for the touchdown. Charles Johnson giving chase to no avail, and Jameis Winston runs it in for a touchdown. And the Buccaneers now, it'll be a first and 10 on the 38.
of Tampa Bay. Kevin Panfield, the extra offensive lineman in the game. Play action. And here's the drill pass, and it is caught by Evans. And Evans, protecting the ball, gets to the 32-yard line. And another big gain, a 30-yarder after ending the third quarter on a good pass.
I want to go back to that third down conversion because they ran the same blitz the Bucs did earlier. Linebacker, Trey Boston adds on. Doug Martin, offensive line, picks it up. And what do? They kill the blitz. Trey Boston is actually the one who was supposed to cover Mike Evans. But who are the players who've stepped up? Jericho Cotchery, Michael Orr, the people that...
How about Devin Funchess, who scores the touchdown here and into your list? $16-yard strike. And for Cam Newton, 2 touchdown passes.
Seattle won the toss. They deferred, so Carolina will get the football first. And that means we will see Cam Newton in this offense. Spanish language broadcast available on both Fox Deportes and by utilizing SAP on our broadcast. Joe Webb is waiting for the kickoff along with Cap. Cameron Artis-Payne, and Hauschka will get rid of it, and off we go. You can see him tiptoe as he made his way to the football with this footing here in Charlotte. Returned by Webb. He is knocked down close to the 25. Handoff is to Jonathan Stewart, and a good start to his day. Inside the 40. Sherman gets to him and brings him down inside the 20. What a start and welcome back. Stewart back in there. Newton keeps it left side, and he takes it down inside the 5. Here's Stewart. Touchdown.
At the end, he makes a nice block as he collapses it, and then you've got one-on-one right there at the goal line, and who...
Welcome back, Marshawn Lynch, and his re-entry didn't go as well as Stewart's. Latulele, a loss of 3. Wilson just got it away. There's Kuechly. Touchdown, Carolina.
K1 short. He swims Justin Britt at left guard, forces the pressure, and an errant throw by Russell Wilson, and Luke Kuechly makes a habit, but Patrick Lewis sure helped him when he took over.
Wilson's got a wide open tight end. That's Luke Wilson. And he's inside Carolina territory. Second down and 9. Play action from Wilson. And he's going to go down in the arms of Short.
A huge factor in that ball game.
First pass of the day, and it's right to him, Greg Olsen. They hand it off. Stewart left side, first out.
Do not use Russell Wilson.
Third down and 5. Pass is caught. First down, Cotchery. As he takes it across the 45. Newton, sideline wide open, Olsen. And the big tight end is going to take it down to the 30 of Seattle. Good call. Wide open. Dixon, the tight end, down to the 5. Stewart again. Leaps. Got it. Touchdown. Called immediately by the official on the near side, and clearly a touchdown.
He does a nice job, but everybody goes down low, and really for the Seattle offense, they've got to establish something quick.
Hit as he threw it, and he's picked off again. Intercepted by Finnegan. Concerned about the footing out there as he hits it. right down the middle. 24-0, Carolina on top at home.
Their hat on so far.
Sun pops out. Second down. Wilson taken down. Trey Boston. On second down, Newton throws wide open, and there for the catch is Corey Brown.
And that's why they are able to do all the things they do.
Newton's going to try and pick it up with his legs, and he does. He is 6'4", 245.
The hits.
Fake it to Tolbert. They toss it to Ginn with some room to run. He's got another first down. End zone. Olsen, leaping catch for the touchdown.
The ball is just put in a perfect place, and Jeremy Lane just, one, not able to locate the ball, but it really didn't matter. Great ball play.
Guys on the bench. There's Wagner. Here is a carry by Fred Jackson.
Because they've done it, and they have had to do it.
Here's Jackson with a first down. Pass is caught, and a good job by Baldwin. He got away from Coleman and blitz. Pass is caught. Baldwin, and he's going to be stopped short. Tampa Bay. This Carolina team and defense, not the 2013 Buccaneers. This one on a couple of hops to Lockett. Tyler Lockett. Webb goes to him and forces him out in midfield. Second down and 2. Quick throw, Baldwin first down, and he gets popped by Coleman. Aaron, go ahead. Trying to get on the board. End zone, Curse. Touchdown. And in less than a minute and a half.
That McLean reacted anyway. It looked like he might have been pushed just a little bit. He just lost his footing, lost track of the ball.
1 for 4 on third down in the game. Wilson slides through, and he will pick it up with his legs. Ducks a hit from Coleman. Signals to the defense, and here they come. Lynch trying to pick up a block. Wide open is Kurtz. And Marshawn Lynch got just enough
by Edwards to get to Wilson.
Second and 19. Wilson steps through again. Turns it into a positive play as Harper is there to tap down. Blitz off the edge. Seahawks pick it up. Lockett in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. What a catch by the rookie working on Kurt Coleman. Did secure the catch. The knee is down, and then he's out. That's a touchdown. Bennett, you know, he wants to make his presence felt. Quick throw, Funchess, and a nice catch for a first down. He hangs on after a hit from KJ Wright. Look back. He's made the players around him better. Quick throw, Cotchery, and he's on the list of players who have been made better by Cam Newton. You can expect the unexpected. And, well, here you go. Here is a snap to Shed. And Deshaun Shedd's got a first down. And there's Pete Carroll, a little January magic. Wilson protected. Pass caught. Curse had to reach over the middle. And had a hold of Roman Harper. Wilson in big trouble. Down he goes. Norman got him.
Except take time off the clock.
Play it straight. Fair catch. And it got away for a moment from Ted Ginn, but he's able to get back on it. Finished the season red hot. Is the top quarterback in quarterback rating, and he's got Lockett. Lockett incomplete, could not get his feet down.
Carroll has any choice but to challenge this. As close as this is, it sure looks like that right toe is down to me. And So far, none. There it is.
The left foot is down. The right foot drags. The toes, you can see it.
After the review, the ruling on the field will be reversed. It is a completed pass. It will be Seattle's ball at the 46-yard line, first down. Seattle will not be charged with a timeout.
Wilson as his man. That's Curse again. Blitz. Wilson rolled away from the blitz. Here's Wilson. The Patriots in the final roster cutdowns. Here's Lynch. Marshawn Lynch. He's got a first down, first and goal. That would be headline grabbing. Third down and goal out to his right. Now spinning around and in a ton of trouble. This one is caught for the touchdown. Curse.
Russell Wilson, he's able to buy some time, and then you see the job that he does of scrambling and then allowing his guy to go up and make a play on this ball. Just a terrific job by Russell Wilson, and Josh Norman trying to stay with him, but it's a lot like basketball. And
Lynch at the bottom of the screen. Wilson throws, and he's got a completion. That's Doug Baldwin. Protection underneath. Tip, but caught. First down. That's Luke Wilson, and he's going to hop out with 2:11. Pass is caught. First down. Here's Baldwin again, a diving catch inside the 15 in a one-score game. And hope is kept alive. And a good job by the holder, John Ryan. What has he dialed up? Good hop. And it's recovered by Carolina. It looked like Davis, and it is. Thomas Davis in a Seattle Seahawk uniform. This could be his last game if they cut him for cap reasons next year. Meanwhile, Newton takes a knee. And the Carolina Panthers are headed to their fourth NFC Championship game with a 7-point win here at home over Seattle. And those two young stars, Troy, come together.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you place your right hand over your heart, while all veterans may render their hand salute.
Ball team this year. 2nd and 6, first throw, pass caught, Corey Brown. And in 2 plays inside Arizona territory. 2nd and 9, 4 men on the rush. Newton to the sideline, that's Ginn. And the Arizona Cardinal for 1 year, Ted Ginn, has 13. Had a great year. 30 for 36, and this one is good. And the first point's put up by a smiling Graham Gano.
Come off of that and pick up the blitzing.
That was Finnegan coming on the blitz, and Carson Palmer has started 1 for 6. Back inside the 20, it's Ginn. Room. And slides down. Butler makes sure that he's down and touched. He's been a force. Backpedaling as he throws, and there's Olsen with a catch. And that great combination of Newton to Olsen, that he could do that this year. 2nd down and 3. How about this? Little toss to Ginn. Ginn slowed down a bit, still going inside the 10. Gets a block, touchdown.
But they pull Ryan Khalil, the center, out the opposite way. Now, even with that being said, tackle has to be made there, and he's able to traverse all the way across the field and get it into the end zone.
Quick throw. Brown out on the edge, breaks a tackle. And John Brown is out of bounds near a first down.
There's some discomfort there.
On 2nd and 3, handoff is to Johnson, and the rookie drives for a first down. 35 yards. Butler. Good punt. Fair catch. Hauled in by Ginn inside the 15. Extra men on the rush. Newton steps into it. It's got Brown wide open. And Corey Brown is gone. 20, 10, touchdown Carolina.
Johnson in the middle. And look at the move that Corey Brown puts on him. At the top of the route, he expects Brown to continue up the field and just completely gets turned around, and all that field out in front of him, and Cam Newton lays it out there beautifully.
About 3rd and 8, an 86-yard completion for a touchdown to Brown. Carson Palmer on 2nd and 6. Johnson, rookie trying to take over this offense. Davis trying to rip it out, can't do it. Roman Harper is there for the tackle. Palmer gets hit, down he goes. Ball's out. Recovered by Kuechly. Knocked out by Short. Starting at the 21. Here's a toss, and what a play. Johnson is knocked to the turf by Thomas Davis. 3rd and 11. Palmer protected, has a man, and has a first down. J.J. Nelson. David Johnson right side. Good blocking out in front. Coleman can't bring him down initially. Lined up wide to the right in the offensive formation. Here's the tight end, Fells. He leaps into Thomas Davis, who is banged up. Near side, pass caught, first down, the rookie Nelson. And he is set up 1st and goal. Johnson again slams it into the end zone. And the Cardinals are on the scoreboard.
They get Upati, the left guard. He clears out of space to allow him to score. So
Nortman hits it sideways, and on the run, it is off the arms of Peterson, and now the fight for the football. It was almost a shank. It belongs to Carolina. Here's Stewart. Jonathan Stewart inside the 25 to the 24, good for 17. Stewart again. Inside the 10, down inside the 5. Here comes Cam. He got it. Touchdown.
big touchdown here for Carolina.
Yeah, points off the turnover for the Panthers. They were the best in the league at that during the regular season as they continue to look at him. Back in the locker room. Palmer has it knocked out of his hand. And Fells can't get to it. Boston is there. Did he cover up? He did. Second and 10. This is Peterson. Did he need that? Patrick Peterson on the return. Down the sideline. Getting blocks. Trying to turn this first half around, and he's down inside the 25. Showing blitz. Kuechly comes on it. Palmer. End zone. Gives it back. Intercepted by Coleman. Four-man rush. Pass is caught for a first down by Conchery. Then outscored in the second half. How's this one going to go? Here's Olsen. Inside the 30. Working on Tony Jefferson. David Shula on a roll here with Carolina. Here's Tolbert out of the backfield. First down and more. Inside the 10. First and goal. Newton backs out of there, looking to throw it. Down he goes. Stinson there to tap him down all year long. This from 21. The lead is 20.
during the course of the weekend. Here's Newton to the sideline and caught by Ginn. Right through the hands of Powers. And Ginn is waiting for it. Quick snap. Here's Funchess. Open along the sideline and knocked out of bounds with a first down for Carolina by Peterson. Third down and 10. It's Newton being chased down from behind. Powers doesn't get there, and we'll see where they mark it. Looks like enough for a first down. They continue to run him. He is in for the touchdown. They pull out. This is a quarterback keeper the entire way, and he finishes this off with his Superman impersonation. He didn't have to go over the top, but he decides to, and the guy's absolutely fearless. When he didn't even have a job. Pass caught. Fitzgerald, that's his third catch, and it's a first down for Arizona. Excellent job of this defense. Said Nelson, that pass caught by Brown. Here's one over the middle, and this is Jerron Brown. Pass is caught for a first down by Johnson. And it's not Josh Norman that he's lined up on. Pass is caught by Fells for the touchdown. And sometimes he just gets forgotten. He gets a free release up the seam, and Carson finds him, and they're able to finish off this drive. Nelson on the handoff. He leaps, and he's got it. Had to break a tackle to get it in, and for the injured Chris Johnson. Second down and 5. Palmer, sideline. Floyd gets on the board. He's been working against only 3 men on the rush. Pump fake toward the end zone. Up for grabs and picked off by Coleman. His second of the game. And a flag is thrown at the end. It's out front. He probably outruns Kurt Coleman to the ball. Here's a third down and 4. Newton. Olsen, his favorite target. Greg Olsen. Inside the 30 and down near the 25. Newton steps through it. He will slide forward for a first down. Field, and it has continued tonight. Newton keeps it. End zone passes. Caught for the touchdown. Funchess. Cam Newton in this 2015-2016 season. I mean, he's been spectacular all season, but he has been good at the biggest stage. Run it right down their throat. Newton keeps it. Tolbert out of the backfield for 2. From Oakland in 2013, the record-setting year. He's picked again. Kuechly for the touchdown. This season, he's a playmaker on the defensive side of the ball. He's been great as a run stopper ever since he arrived in Carolina. Where he has improved the most this year is in his ability to cover. He reads it, he drives on it, makes a play on the ball, touchdown Carolina. Well, wouldn't that be something? Cap his career if the fact this is it for him. This one is picked again. Intercepted by Boston. Through an offseason, trying to get back and do it all over again a year from now. Now here's a sack to go on top of it. And it belongs to Kyle Love. Under a minute to go. Super Bowl experience. Any of that's going to matter one bit here in 2 weeks. Floyd stays in bounds. That means this game is over. The Carolina Panthers are NFC champions. And Ron Rivera is going to the Super Bowl.
Welcome back to Levi Stadium in Super Bowl 50. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms, CBS. We were there for the first and honored to be here for the 50th. Graham Gano will be kicking to Andre Caldwell in a game that began back on January 15th, 1967, the old NFL AFL championship. Now the 50th Super Bowl commences. We will have a return. Stepping up for it is Caldwell, and he's out to about the 20, where the Panthers take him down after an 18-yard return. They'll move Daniels over to the right side, and here come the Panthers chasing after Manning, who gets it away in time, and Daniels, his tight end, has an 18-yard gain. Hayden dropping back even deeper, and now releases. He's got an open target and a first down on the Carolina side of the field. It's Caldwell with the catch as the game goes along. And he's from the local area across the bay in Vallejo. He's got it again. He's got the first down with ease, and he barrels down to about the Carolina 14 into the arms of Shaq Thompson. That's a 12-yard carry in the postseason. A hold by Colquitt, and the kick is good. They pick up 3 first downs on this opening drive. Mike Tolbert is in. He's on a wing to the right. And the Panthers have a 3rd and 10. Here comes pressure, and they've gotten to him. The ball is out in the end zone, and it's recovered by Malik Jackson for the touchdown. It was Vaughn Miller with the strip sack, and Jackson with the recovery.
Here it comes. Mike Rimmers just can't get there fast enough. And Cam Newton holding the football, looking to throw it down the field.
A meeting here of the first and second picks of the 2011 draft. Newton first, Miller second. 2nd and 11, second quarter begins, and Cam is taken off. He's got right there near the first down. He slides, gave himself up, so they're going to... Here's a 1st and 15. Time for Newton this time. Rolling out. And he's got another good gain. Picked up by Vaughn Miller and driven to the ground. 3rd and 1, an unbalanced line for Carolina. And he's going to swing it back the other side, and he's got Greg Olsen. A drive that began back at the Carolina 27. Cam has Billy Brown, and he's twisted out of bounds on a face mask call. Talib's going to be flagged for the 2nd time in this half. Both Stewart and Tolbert in the backfield. 1st and goal. It's Stewart. And in for the Carolina touchdown.
That'll give confidence, that drive, to this Carolina offense.
3rd and 12. It's pass knocked down. That's Darian Stewart to try to get to Cam. Portman had bodies around him. He hits the deck, no flag. And Norwood, he is not tackled yet. Gets past Dixon. Gets to the 50. He's running down the sideline. And is tackled from behind. Addison brings him down.
I think the Panthers thought it was a fair catch, and they're trying to hold up.
You saw Jones with a little contact with Norwood. You're right, they had to have thought it was a fair catch signal, which we never saw. And down the sideline he goes. Gonna run it, Anderson. He fights for it on 2nd effort, and there's a flag in the pile. He's able to squeeze through a tiny opening, but it doesn't matter.
Offense, number 65, 10-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
Luis Vasquez flagged for that, and that makes now 33-yard try coming up. Field goal intended by McManus, good again. Cam's right side. Cam carries it out. The fake and the keep, and the ball is on the ground, and it's picked up by Vaughn Miller, but they rule him down.
And get a personal foul on himself.
Number 49, that's Tolbert. And he fumbles, and Trevathan is there with the recovery. Tolbert had lost one but recovered it in the first quarter, but this time another mistake made by Carolina. The hit by Darian Stewart forced it. From the gun. Manning. Almost, yes he is. He's picked off. What a catch by Ely, who's still on his feet. And look at Ely all the way out to the 39. He bobbled it, clutched it again on third down. It's 3rd and 10. He guns it, and it's incomplete. It was a battle for the football. Bradley Roby was in there to break it up from Brown. And a 3rd and 2. Thomas unable to get off the defender in time. It was Norman. 2nd and 10, and that will close out the half as DeMarcus Ware pile drives Cam Newton to the ground.
The speed of Denver's defense overwhelming Cam Newton.
Here's 2nd and 10, and down the middle, he's got Ginn, who's got speed, and he is out of bounds at the 35 of the Broncos. Ted Ginn
in this situation.
2nd and 9. Snap complete, and again it's Ted Ginn. 3rd and 11 from the 26. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. And flag again is down 44 yards. And Gano, his kick. Oh, it hits the upright and bounces away. No good. He has Sanders to the 41 of Carolina.
Look at Emmanuel Sanders.
2nd and 8. Again, it's Sanders. Zigging and zagging and inside the 20 to the 17. The first player on the field in warm-ups today. Out there alone was Emmanuel Sanders. He's gotten him down here on this drive. And throws it his way, and it's batted in the air, incomplete. This is a 30-yarder. For McManus, and he remains perfect in the postseason. 10 for 10 in the playoffs. Looking for the deep ball, way down on the field, and it is pulled down. They had 2 Denver defenders back there, and Brown leaps into the air. Down the middle, intercepted by T.J. Ward. Went through the hands again, and he fumbles it. Picked up by Trevathan, who had a recovery in the first half. Trevathan has the football. Would be the first to ever get there. That close to the perfect send-off. Here's a 2nd and 10 completion, and it's Sanders out to about the 49. He comes in, week 17, provided a spark. 3rd and 14. Ball's out of his hand. And it's recovered by Carolina, it looked like, at midfield. Again, it was Ely, who's had an active game, who knocked it out of Manning's hand. And that decision. And by the way, Ely just got his 3rd sack of the game. As Newton finds an open man down to the 34, and it's Funchess. From the Denver 34. It's Stewart off the left side, and they've got a first down to the 22 for a 3rd and 10. Got the time, and it's incomplete. And Ginn's looking around and saying, wait a minute, where was the flag? Gano. And the kick is good. Missed on their last 10 third down attempts. And it's knocked away by Norman. Pass was thrown in the direction of Demaryius Thomas. He's out for the rest of the game with a concussion. 3rd and 15. Harris will keep him about 3 yards short of the first down. On 3rd and 9. Nope, he's going to run it. He'll go back to Anderson. What'd you think of that call? Picks up 1.
Yep, not surprised at all.
It's a 3rd and 9. Rushing 4, ball comes out of the hands of Newton. It's on the ground, and it's still on the ground. Picked up by T.J. Ward at the 4-yard line. Vaughn Miller did it again. He knocked it out of the hands of Newton.
Here he comes, number 58. Vaughn Miller against Mike Rimmers one more time. Cam Newton didn't feel it, didn't step up. The football just taken out of his hand. Cam Newton decides not to dive in there. And
he backed away from it. He jumped away instead of jumping into the pile.
Yep, I guess he made a decision it wasn't worth to go in there and get it. Should have dove in, had a chance to recover it.
1st and goal from the 4. Anderson trying to break outside, but that swarming defense is on him. Loss of 2. He's going to go up top. And he's going to throw it through the back of the end zone, but it generates a flag on the Carolina defense.
Prior to the pass, holding defense, number 24. Penalties half the distance to the goal line. Automatic first down.
Double move by Demaryius Thomas.
DPI, defensive pass interference. 1st and goal. And Anderson right back in, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. They try from a couple out from the gun. And Manning hits the pass to Fowler to make it 24-10.
No question about that. All the opportunities Denver's defense has created.
And it's Jackson and then Ware wrapping him up at the 5. Third and 24. In the end zone. It's away for a moment from Miller and now lobs it out of bounds. Just nothing there at all.
I think it's easy to say this is probably the biggest pounding and punishment he has taken in his career.
And he's absolutely livid that that was not roughing the passer.
I don't think it was. Ron Rivera says this gives me a better chance than thinking we're going to get it on 4th and 24.
Well, there's no one back there for Denver. And it's finally touchdown at about the 35-yard line. Soon to join his brother with 2 Super Bowl titles.
John Elway 2 years ago, after they lose the Super Bowl, starts making the transition into this team we see right now.
Give them the spark. Had they lost that game, they would have entered the playoffs as a 5 seed instead of a 1. And it's lateral from Andre over to Whitaker.
What's going on in the game? He goes, "Are you ready?" Payton said yes.
Got to give Kubiak credit how decisive he was on that day. As the pass is thrown out of bounds, and Kubiak, what a return to his football home. And he gets doused here.
A great example of it.
Newton over the top to Whitaker and tackled down there by Trevathan. And Kubiak giving credit to Reeves and Shanahan, Seifert, and John Harbaugh. Said, "I learned a great deal passing through Baltimore last year." It is for Payton. And the Denver Broncos have taken Super Bowl 50.